Hello everyone! Welcome to FAQ. Today's question is, what are the rights of children in Islam? In the war-torn world we live in today, there is much talk about human rights and how to uphold basic needs of humans. But rarely do we speak of children unless we talk about starving children in faraway places such as Africa. But can the rights of children really be simmered down to only having them fed and adequately clothed? Or is there more to it? Actually, Islam puts a great deal of emphasis on the rights of all human beings, especially children. In Islam, the life of a child can be divided into 3 different stages, and it is explained by Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that all 3 stages require a different approach and deserve different rights and rules. But the rights of a child start even before he or she is born. In Islam, every child has the right to be named before it is born. The name must neither be condescending nor ugly, but must be a name that anyone would be proud to have. After the birth of the child, Islam grants him the right to feel wanted and loved. Thus, the parents must, according to Islamic tradition, honor him or her at birth. They should rejoice in the blessing that they have been given. The child also has the right to be washed adequately right after birth, to be circumcised, and to be fed adequately for the first time. Islamic traditions have it that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to feed newborns a small amount of date paste, and scientists today have found that feeding especially premature babies a small amount of dextrose paste can combat dangerously low blood sugar, which, if left untreated, could cause permanent harm. All children in Islam also have the right from the day that they have been born to be treated equitably no matter their gender. The rights of a suckling infant include, firstly, to be given suitable nutrition, which generally means they should be able to suckle the breast milk of their mother. If this is not possible for a valid reason, then an adequate substitute must be given. And secondly, the suckling infant has the right for his or her feelings to be respected. Although this might sound strange, the Holy Prophet of Islam, peace be upon him, was always careful to respect even the tiniest members of the community. The general rule of thumb in Islamic child rearing is that for the first 7 years of a child's life, he or she is like a king or queen. All the child's needs and desires should be met to the best of the parent's abilities. Parents should also not insist on teaching the child too much during this time, because in the view of Islam, the child should have the right to play and be free. A child enters the next stage of his or her life at the age of 7 and stays in this age group until he or she turns 15. This stage in Islam is the stage of education and discipline. Here, the child should be taught in the form of gradual training to prepare him for the rest of his or her life. This formal education should include everything from science all the way to swimming and etiquette classes. In Islam, a child is often likened to a tree, where the younger the tree, the easier it is to bend and tame the branches because they are still very flexible. However, the older the tree grows, the harder it is to bend the branches in fear that they might snap. The same goes for humans. The older they get, the harder it is to shape and improve the character and intellect. Thus, this must be done when young. This is why, in the 3rd stage of a child's life in Islam, the main right is to learn the finer details of life, and that he or she has the right for an adequate education and training. He or she must be able to learn morals in order to decide right from wrong, and also to learn to talk when appropriate, to sleep adequately, and to eat enough and well to fuel the body. The teenager, according to Islam, also has the right to make decisions for how he or she is going to live the rest of his life, and pre-plan and make life decisions which include marriage, career, and spirituality, because this stage of a teenager's life concludes his childhood. and which should have prepared him for the rest of his or her life. The reason why there is so much emphasis set by the rights of a child in Islam is because in this religion, it is understood that the children of today are going to make the leaders of tomorrow. So, what better way to shape the future than to invest in the children of today? What's your question? Don't forget to send us, and remember, your question is our question too.